Hey, what's good, YouTube? This is Unique Divination, and you are watching Urban Mystic Radio. It is November the 2nd, 2017, and this video is in regards to the new month and the full moon that's coming up. So, I am kind of irritated right now. I have no idea what's going on with the resolution on my laptop camera. Everything's kind of fuzzy. So, I am stuck doing a video on my phone. I've got this new crazy look going on. For those of you that are not used to seeing me like this, I used to have locks a while ago, less than about a year ago. Was growing on for about 12 years. They were all the way down my back. However, because I was obsessed with them being neat and bleaching them and coloring them all the time, they become kind of old and worn, and I just wanted to start new. So I pretty much just cut all my locks off, and I've been growing my hair ever since, moisturizing it and just kind of taking care of it to get it back full so that I can lock it again. So right now I'm letting my hair breathe. I love my hair. I am proud of my hair that comes out of my head. So that's why you guys see me in this video like this. It's the hair that comes out of my head. I can't do anything about it. I love it. I embrace it. It's soft. Whatever. So I just had to put that out there in case anybody's like, oh, what's wrong with her hair? Nothing's wrong with it. It's the hair that grows out of my head. If you guys noticed, I'm wearing some new jewelry. This is jewelry that I've created. Raw purple amethyst. I've got chain, ring, and a little crystal quartz ring. So I'm trying to bring some good energy to the table. So full moon. The full moon is, I believe, the 3rd or the 4th. And the full moon is in Taurus. And so what that means, for me anyway, when I think of Taurus, the zodiac sign, I think of stability, security, self-substantiation, permanence. Meaning, just being steadfast in what you're doing. Just kind of be on the lookout out to structure more things, secure more things if you can, if you've been looking for a job or just trying to finalize things or secure the bag, so to speak. Just work on getting things done and keeping up that level of energy that you use to get them done. Permanence, self-substantiation just means being able to take care of yourself and not really relying on other people. If you're somebody that's kind of used to leaning on other people, that's fine, but let's start to draw from within ourselves. Ask your ancestors and spirit guides to give you that power and that energy you need to kind of be self-fulfilling, right? So I'm going to pull 2 types of cards. I'm going to do a card from the Hermetic deck, and then I'm going to do a goddess guidance just to kind of guide us on what we need to be focusing on for the month of November. So I've pulled 2 of Wands, Lord of Dominion, and it has Aries on here, and Aries and Mars. And so this is a very powerful card, and once again, it deals with energy. Aries deals with dynamic manifestation, action, the will to do things. Mars is more of an aggressive sexual energy. As far as Mars is concerned, for those of you that are not into sex magic or don't know what it is, I suggest you look it up. You may want to practice some sex magic this month. Excuse me, for some reason when I talk, I get to yawning. It's so weird. So yeah, you may want to look into sex magic. I'm not sure if I did a video on it, but briefly, it's using the power of your orgasm to manifest things that you want in your reality. Okay, so it's very important, it's very powerful, and it works. If you don't have any tools for any type of magic, you have yourself, and if you have yourself, your partner. And even if you're single, you're by yourself, if you don't have a sexual partner, you can do sexual magic by yourself. Okay. Aries deals with dynamic manifestation. As far as the month of November and what this card is signifying us, Aries is kind of the dynamic manifestation aspect of it means that you're going to have things manifesting, but they're not going to be steady or consistent. It's kind of going to be sporadic at this point in your life. And that's okay. You have to learn how to focus. And we go back to that full moon in Taurus, to secure, to make stable. So there may be things that you're going to have to do in your life to kind of make that energy more permanent. Action, goal-directed activity. Maybe you need to focus more, pay more attention to detail, to things that you're doing, relook things over. These are things that we can do to kind of make sure that we are going through our things with a fine-tooth comb to see if there's anything else that we can change or do to help with the dynamic manifestation, to make it kind of more less dynamic and more stable and secure. So go over things, pay attention to detail, don't get burned out. If you feel like you're lacking the energy, replenish yourself, of course, but stay focused and stay on the task. Sometimes we get burned out because we're not used to following through from start to finish on a project. And if that's you, then you can't get burned out, unfortunately. If you want these dynamic manifestations to be a bit more secure and stable for you, you're going to have to push through a little bit harder. Even if that means just giving a little bit more each day than you normally would give. Sometimes we have to do that. I definitely have to do it sometimes. I'm in grad school. I'm a mother. I'm trying to adopt my nephew. I'm a wife. And I also have a job, my matrix job, I like to call it. So there are times like when I have to do a paper, I just don't feel like it. I feel burnt out. I'm tired. So basically what I did this semester, I finished off all my papers early. I have 6 weeks to go, and basically all my papers are done. But what I did was I pushed through. When I didn't feel like it, I kept going just a little bit more, and then I gave myself a break. Also, I was in the police academy, I believe 2010, and we were taught, we had a very rigorous physical regime that we had to do, and basically they would run us ragged for about 45 minutes to an hour, right? And then we'd think we were done, and then they'd make us like run a mile or two extra out of nowhere. Or it'd be summertime and we'd be working out in the gym with fucking sweatshirt, sweatpants on, 45 minutes to an hour. They'd tell us to give all our energy to this workout. And session's over, we think we're done, and they're like, nope, get outside and run in 100-degree weather. So it pissed me off at the time because I didn't understand what they were doing, but they were conditioning me subconsciously and physically to keep going, even when you don't feel like it, when you feel like giving up or you've had enough, to just pull from within to get that extra oomph that you need to finish the task. And I say this, I give that example to show you that there are going to be times where you just don't feel like giving your extra, or you don't think you have any extra left in you. And then out of nowhere, you push and you get this extra push. Another example, when we're at work and we're so tired and we're like, oh my God, I can't wait to get home, I'm tired. And then as soon as we get home, we've got this extra burst of energy and we're no longer tired. So it might be the activity that you're doing doesn't catch your eye, it doesn't really excite you, but we got to learn to push through things even when they really don't excite us, or doesn't bring us any type of immediate gratification. Okay, so learn to push through things. Learn to push through things even when you don't feel like it. Because we all have to do it at some point in life. And I don't feel like it is not a good excuse for somebody who wants to be successful, wants to be a winner, and just wants to achieve things in life. And I'm not even talking about being successful as far as being famous. I'm talking about successful for whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to own your own business, I don't know, be famous, get into music, art, whatever you want to do, you've got to learn to push above and beyond for whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? So, Two of Wands. I haven't even gotten into the meaning of the card yet. The card name is Lord of Dominion. I'm going to show it again. Lord of Dominion. And this basically means twos deal with choices, balance, choices. I would say, as far as this card, you need to know your limits and boundaries, what you're capable of, what you're not capable of, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. Okay, what is comfortable for you? You need to know your abilities, your capabilities, your inabilities, what you can do, what you need to work on. All of these are associated with knowing yourself. Okay, so Two of Wands deals with just recognizing your boundaries. And this is for relationships, this is for business, this is for just you, yourself, school. In a relationship, if you keep having somebody disrespect you, you keep saying things and they're not really listening or respecting what you're saying, they don't respect your boundaries and limits. Also, are you respecting your partner's limits and boundaries as well? So it goes both ways. Duality, reciprocity. There we go. Reciprocity. So give what you want, right? Give to people what you want to see in return. But like I said, just knowing yourself in general, what you're capable of, what you're not capable of, what you need to work on, what you don't need to work on, what you excel on, what you achieve in, what you succeed in, what brings you down. How much of a low vibration can you take from somebody? People that you're around, how much can you take from them before it starts affecting you? So that is the theme of the month of November, that I'm giving you. Like I said, the Two of Wands. And it's just knowing your limits, knowing your boundaries, being creative, pushing through no matter what, giving that extra umph when you feel like you don't have it. Okay? And I gave examples of those. I talked about Mars and the sexual activity and things that you can do to help invoke Mars. Now I'm going to give us a goddess guidance card. Okay? We need some goddess guidance for the month of November. These cards are very good. 48 goddesses to choose from different religions, practices, ways of life. Okay, and what do we got going on for us today? Una. And Una says, easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So let me get my little book out because I've got more on Una. I've got more, and I'll explain who she is and, elaborate a little bit more on the card. So Una is the Celtic goddess who's married to Fionn Barr, the leader of the Irish Tuatha De Dananns. Una and her clan were some of the original inhabitants of Ireland. When the Gaels invaded their land, the Tuathas didn't run or fight back. Instead, they transformed themselves into leprechauns. Their ingenious solution allowed them to stay in Ireland in peace. Call upon Una for help with your own transitions, and she'll guide you in creative and magical ways. Okay? And so Una also goes on to say, nurturing a cause or a relationship is a long-term commitment and one that can't be rushed. This level of devotion comes from a place of deep loving and concern. I care what happens to my planet and to my loved ones so much that I'm willing to stick with them through thick and thin. This isn't always easy, but to me, it's the only way to ensure that matters are resolved and healed. I listen to the passionate stirrings of my heart. I reach out and I take action to let my loved ones know that I deeply care about them. I take action to spur on my pet causes. Never mind what other people think, you will benefit by carrying through with your priorities. You'll feel so good about yourself if you make time for the relationships and projects that truly count in your heart. Do what's important to you and do it with absolute devotion. But remember that there's no competition for your true life's purpose, so there's no need to worry, hurry, or feel that you have to force things to happen. This card also represents not to worry about your purpose or your goals. Make no sudden moves. Slow, steady progress is best right now. Ease into your new life instead of rushing into it. Do your new work as a part-time venture to begin with while slowly exiting your old career. So we've got a lot of guidance from Una as far as how to operate and move through this month. She tells us easy does it, right? There's no competition. There's no need to hurry. And this kind of goes in conjunction with what I talked about with the Two of Wands, the tarot deck. And like I said, pay attention to detail, focus, fine-tune some things that you're doing in order for things to kind of fall into place further out. If you slow down a little bit and actually pay attention to what you're doing, you can pick up a lot of things that you really didn't realize that you were doing. We move through life subconsciously and we're not even aware. We think that we're aware or conscious of what we're doing, how we're acting, and most majority of the time our subconscious is kind of guiding us through and we're not consciously doing anything. Prime example, those of us that drive, that commute to work. You ever notice sometimes that you just get to work with no problem? You really don't even have to think about getting in the car, buckling up, turning on the radio, pressing on the gas, driving wherever it is you drive, stop signs, red light, green light. Kind of just get there on autopilot, right? So our actions are kind of like programmed already. We're not even consciously thinking about how to get to work. Unless you're the type of person that is just kind of like OCD and doesn't like to travel the same route. You know, there's some people that will switch up their route consciously, and kudos for those of you that do that, but that's just one example. And so you guys just sit back and think about all the things that you may or may not do consciously. Think about the things that you may do or may not do subconsciously. We got a lot of actions that we think are conscious and they're kind of just like subconscious. So just think about that. What does Una also talk about so I can go over? Taking action to let your loved ones know that you care about them. It's one thing to use words. It's another thing for people to see the actions of how you really feel about them. Me, I look at words. Words have meanings, of course, because I do spell work. Words are very important. They're powerful, but in conjunction with words are people's actions. So if somebody's telling you they love you, and on the other hand, they keep doing things that show the opposite, then you're going to have to take that into consideration and look at those factors, okay? There's no competition for what it is that you want to do. Even for me, sometimes I get doubtful. There are a lot of spiritual practitioners online. It's so much to choose from. Stay true to yourself, what you stand for, how you operate, and your true purpose is bound to come out no matter what it is. And I have to tell myself that. Send love to those who have hurt or misjudged you. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not even Una. That's somebody else. But that's a good thing to bring up. Maybe I was supposed to read that for a reason. Sending love to those that have hurt or misjudged you. That would be very hard to do if you don't love or you judge your own self, which we all do. I do it a lot. I'm a Capricorn, I'm an earth sign. I'm always critiquing and judging myself more so than other people. You have to learn how to forgive yourself. Nobody's perfect. The only thing that's perfect is imperfection. That's been my new motto to help me with my coping skills on how I try to succeed so much and just want to reach the top with certain things and just have things somewhat perfect. And I'm just realizing, and I'm just trying to reprogram my subconscious mind as I'm giving you guys some help and guidance, that nothing is perfect. The only thing that's perfect is imperfection. Okay? So, there's no need to worry, hurry, or feel that you have to force things to happen. Let it flow. Don't force anything. When you start forcing things to happen, it starts messing up your synchronicity. It starts messing up things. Now, it's one thing to petition to the universe for spells to kind of get things moving a little faster, but just trying to take things into your own matter, and you're just completely going against the universe, is just going to backfire. It's going to backfire, and it's just not going to work for you. And you're going to see that it's going to backfire. And hopefully you'll see it and you'll take a step back and you'll be able to fix the problem before it gets worse. But sometimes we force things to the point where there's not even any fixing it. So take a step back, pay attention to detail, fine-tune things, but don't rush. Don't rush. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh my God, I can't talk for some reason. So those are my thoughts. That is my guidance for the month of November. I appreciate those that took the time out to listen to this video. Please like the video, leave any comments so we can talk about things that were discussed in this video. If you have not subscribed to the video, to my channel, please subscribe. I've got more to come. And I just appreciate all my listeners, anybody that takes the time to listen to anything that I have to say. I love you all. You guys are so magical and wonderful. Thank you for the people that have been commenting. I've been trying to get back to you guys. Also, go back and check out some old videos. I've got some interesting topics that you may or may not hear about from other practitioners. And that's that, all right? I hope this video is received well from you all, and have a good day.